Shalom, 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 and welcome back to another episode here, Israeli Talk TV, one of the #1 platforms where you don't get what? No paid media, okay? Thank you. Family. Now we're going to allow a little time for the notifications to go out, and we're going to jump right into this, okay? Let me make sure we live on. Okay, we are live on. We're live on Facebook, and let me make sure we live on Rumble. And okay, yep. So we are live on Rumble. Okay, cool. Okay, so family, we live on all of these platforms. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take off as people come in. They can just catch up with the live and things like that as we continue to take off. Now, you guys see the title, right? Or you know what? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I still got the same banner up there from yesterday. Let's get this updated. Let's see here. Okay. So, as the thumbnail says, Israeli military wing Golani Brigade pulled from the Gaza Strip after Hamas defeat. Okay, and still is not right. Let's get this. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got it out of there. Now, first and foremost, good morning to everybody. Hope everybody doing good this Friday morning. Let's get into it, right? So it's being reported that yesterday the Israeli IDF force pulled out their elite brigade known as the Golani Brigade. Okay, this is supposed to be the cream of the crop, the top tier. And they were removed out of Gaza yesterday for a supposedly 48-hour rest period. Okay. Now, there's a lot of articles that have come out on this. So let's just get right into it. Okay. Now, let's do this. Okay, family. So right here's an article that was put out just today on Al Mayadim, if I'm saying that correctly. I do stand to be corrected, but this was just put out, if you see right here, just this morning at 6:29. Okay, so you're getting this fresh off the press. Okay, now the article brings out Golani's 13th Battalion withdraws from Gaza after al-Shujaa defeat. Okay. The Israeli Occupation Forces Command has pulled out several battalions from the Gaza Strip, hoping to give them a short resting period after they suffered huge losses in December. Okay. And I want to break this down so you guys can understand exactly what's going on here. Okay. It says the Israeli Occupation Forces Golani Brigade 13th Battalion has withdrawn from the Gaza Strip after suffering substantial losses in its ranks, which culminated in a well-drawn ambush in the al-Shujaa neighborhood. Now, before I continue, right, let's get eyes on this so you guys can understand exactly what's going on here. Okay. where this showdown took place at. Now, the Al Shujaya, right? Let's get down here into the Gaza Strip, right? Let's blow this thing up. Okay. As we dive deep into Gaza City, right? And matter of fact, they haven't even infiltrated Gaza City. Okay. If you guys pay attention and look at this map real quick, right? Okay. This is North Gaza right here. And this is what they pretty much surrounded. And basically what they did is they pretty much came from the suburb area. So when you hear about Bet Hanun, this is pretty much like a suburban area, but we would call it suburban. This is not, they're not actually in the city, in the trenches, okay, where everything is shaking and baking at, okay? This right here, you're in the Gaza City. Now, if you look at the Al-Shifa Hospital, if you look out here, remember, they came up from the beaches and stuff like that, and they pretty much surrounded Gaza, okay? So when they came into the Al-Shifa Hospital, they pretty much came from here, but like I said, they haven't got into the Gaza Strip and really into the area where they know it's going to really go down at, okay? They're pretty much in the suburbs. So this area, which they claim right here, is the Al Shujaya, if I'm saying that correctly, but maybe not. But this is the area right here, okay? Shujaya, okay? This is the area right here, and where they was forced to retreat. So if you guys actually look at it, this is pretty much the suburban area, man, that these people are being ran out of. All they have done is mounted troops around the outside of Gaza. They've surrounded it, but they have not gone in here and really done any type of damage. And then they cut the strip in half right here. And if you notice down here, now they're targeting Khan Yunis. Okay. So the Israeli military, as I explained and showed y'all yesterday, Fox News, the Fox News reporter that's actually down in Gaza City reported that the Israeli troops are scared, and they should be, because whenever you guys think about it, they haven't really had to really get into no trenches and really experience going through a lot of the stuff that we have to going through. Their parents were rich. A lot of these people are people that's high within modern day Israel, and they have status and stuff like that. Okay. So this is the area that they got ran out of. Okay. Now let's get back over here to this report. And let's get this pulled up. Okay. Now, it says 7 Golani troops, including 2 high-ranking officers, were killed on December 12th when resistant fighters ambushed occupation forces in Al-Shujaya. Now, if you guys remember, family, okay, now let's see what they got here. Now, family, the 6 officers and the 4 soldiers, these guys that got killed in that ambush, right? All of these guys that got killed, and I reported on this the other day, where they took out the colonel and everybody, right? They took out captains, majors, okay? All of these people got took out, right? All of these guys were from the Golani Brigade. This is what they didn't tell you when they showed all of these people. Remember, they set the trap. They went in there to go try to rescue the soldiers that were in there that were being okay, so yeah, we do got that. But anyway, what they did is when they went in there to get the people that were injured, they pretty much got those. So if you notice, they got a captain, they got all of these people in this ambush that they put down on them, right? Okay. Oh, I gotta go back here. Let's back. Okay. So these 12 that were killed, or these high-ranking officers that were killed on December 12th, were part of the Golani Brigade. Okay. And this is supposed to be their top tier battalion or brigade or whatever the case may be, right? It says this toll includes Lieutenant Colonel Tomer Greenberg. And if you notice, these people are Europeans, right? They're not, and you know what? I ain't even gonna go in here, right? But let's just get through this real quick. The commander of the 13th Battalion, Colonel Ishak bin Basat, the head of the Golani Brigade's chief forward command team, Greenberg was previously videotaped rallying his troops in the northern Gaza Strip, promising them victory. The 13th Battalion also lost Major Roll Mildowski, a company commander, in the same ambush, family. Okay. So right here, what are we seeing here? They took out they trapped them off. They took out listen, this guy sitting over here, they say he was over here rallying up the troops. Oh, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna take care of Hamas. Woo, woo, woo. We look up, they done sent this boy home already, man. One-way trip, hey, out of here. Get him to where he need to be. Send him home. Okay. They done took out the entire head of this brigade. Their top tier brigade. Dismantled out of there. We're gonna take a 48-minute pause, right? Now, let's keep going because they ain't gonna let these boys rest, right? If we jump over here to this, okay, this is also fresh off the press, family. Okay. Now, this is an article coming from the Cradle, and really all you have to do is just Google, and you can go to these pages, but all you got to do is just Google Israeli Golani Brigade removed from Gaza, and you have a slew of reports that pull up. But this is interesting right here. The Cradle says Israel's Golani Brigade turns tail from Gaza. Right now, something interesting that they said in here that I want to key in on. Okay, let's highlight that. Okay, let's bring this up so you guys can see here. It says in late October, Israel expanded the limited incursion it was carrying out in Gaza into a full-scale ground assault. Since then, Israeli troops have fallen into bloody ambushes laid by the Gaza resistance daily. The withdrawal of the Golani Brigade came one day after the Israeli army claimed in a statement that it had achieved operational control over Shujaiya neighborhood in northern Gaza. While the ground war is now focused on South Gaza, battles continue to rage across the north of the Strip, despite the armies previously claiming to have dealt a significant blow to the Hamas presence there. According to the Palestinian Chronicle, Israel announced control over Shujaiya to reduce the shock of the news that its most elite fighting force had essentially been defeated, forcing it into an early retreat. The Shujaiya neighborhood in the North Gaza is where the Israeli army has faced some of the stiffest resistance since the start of the ground war. Okay. Now, I'm not going to play this video because they're hating on my channel. Okay. They're hating on the channel, and I'm not going to play that. Or here's the other deal too, family. And like I said, you guys can support the channel. I'm not real pressed for it like a lot of these other channels out here. But if you guys want to support the channel and hit the Cash App, or you guys can actually go to our website and donate straight through the website. If you guys do that, then a lot of this stuff I show, because they're going to hit the channel. They're not going to allow me. They're going to not allow me to monetize off of it because I'm showing this type of stuff. But if you guys support the channel and things like that, then I can show this stuff, and I'm gonna have to worry about them flagging my channel and stuff and not being able to monetize off of it. Okay, but anyway. This pretty much right here, it says footage of the camera of an Israeli Golani Brigade soldier in Gaza shows the moment several soldiers were targeted by the Palestinian resistance in Shujaiya neighborhood. So this same neighborhood that they're claiming that they had control over, a day later, Hamas and ran them boys up out of there. Okay. And not only have they ran them up out of there, they have destroyed several tanks. This is why the United States, right, they pushed this bill through in order to send this military stuff over there. They basically bypassed the House and the traditional methods that they would go through, because they know that it will be held up in the House or wherever, the Senate or whatever the case may be. They knew it would be held up. So what they did is they just pushed it straight through, and they're sending all this military aid and tanks and all of this stuff over to the Israelis because their tanks and stuff, their top tier tanks, are being taken out. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, where's the God of Israel? Okay, where's the God of Israel, and why is he not supporting them? There's this guy on YouTube, and I follow him. He's a white guy. He's supposed to be a Christian, right? But he has a real big channel, and I follow him because he gets a lot of news that we may not be privy to. Okay, so I do watch his channel daily, right? But he's a Christian, a Jewish Christian slash. I don't know what's going on with it, right? But at any rate, he talks about how the God of Israel is. The question we got to ask: where is the God of Israel? Why is he allowing these people to suffer these losses if he took the righteous remnant back into that land? Okay, these are the things that ones must be aware of and should be asking themselves: why is he not saving them? He just gonna put them in the land and not deliver them from the enemies around which he already said he was gonna destroy. This is telling you that these people are capped. And I showed y'all yesterday how the Syrian president Bashar al-Assad said that these people do not trace back to the ancient Israelites. Okay, so basically they knew they was pulling out of here, and they try to say, "Well, we have this under control." No, y'all don't. Y'all got ran up out of there. They took out the colonel. They took out the entire head. Now they got to pull them up out of there because they like, man, they scared to death. Y'all done took out the colonel, the person that was riling everybody up. It's going to be a victory. We're going to get them. Woo, woo, woo. They done sent this boy home out of there. And not only did they send him home, they sent him and some other top tier members home. We'll holler at y'all. Okay. This is bad, family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad. Iran at this point don't even have to get involved. Y'all remember on what was it, on Rocky? When Apollo was in there and get him out of there, get him out of there. He said, this is what Hamas is doing now. They don't need for them to get involved. They don't have to get involved, didn't it? Hezbollah is kicking their tail up in the north, man. They just this morning, and this is all fresh off the press, they're targeting cities and towns up there. Hamas has just rejected a peace treaty talk with not a peace treaty, but they was talking negotiation deals and things like that. Hamas said, we don't even want to talk about it. Until y'all stop the aggression, then we'll talk. Remember, they was running around talking about, well, Hamas needs time to refuel and restock and this and that. Listen, Hamas is manufacturing their own weapons and their own stuff down there in Gaza. They listen, riddle me this. Why won't the IDF release these videos? Hamas is being more transparent with them, and they're releasing this stuff on the fly. They're showing the videos. Listen, fam. Matter of fact, before we go around the horn, let me finish. Let's put this to sleep, right? But anyway, you guys can go in here and pull this video up on the cradle and watch this video and see how the Golani brigades is getting their tail beat down by Hamas down there in Gaza City. They told them boys they was going to turn it into a graveyard, and they are keeping true to their word. Now, one more thing before we pull up out of here, right? Let's get this tab pulled up, right? And this was released on the 21st, and it speaks about pretty much breaks down, and this is on the Palestine Chronicle. And it basically explains, what's going on about them pulling their people out of there, right? Now, listen to this guy right here. And this is Ramzi Baroud. I guess he's, I don't know, a Palestinian. I don't want to guess on his credentials, but I'm not sure if he's a journalist or whatever the case may be. But listen to what he had to say on here, right? And this is on X. You can go to X. It's there.
In 1948, it has fought.
Let's get him back.
The Golani Brigades has just pulled out of Gaza. You know what this actually means? You fight for 60 days against Palestinian resistance fighters who are making their own weapons. And you fight with the chosen of the chosen. The Golani was created in 1948. It has fought every Arab-Israeli war on history, and they have always been the spearhead of any Israeli effort at winning these wars. They just pulled out of Gaza. Just think about this. 60 days of fighting, and they leave Gaza not victorious, but carrying with them the bodies of hundreds and of dead and wounded of their own soldiers and the destruction of so much of their equipment. Now, some military analysts say that in order for a brigade of this size to pull out, as in to cease to function in a meaningful way in the battlefield, it essentially means that you have to destroy 40% or more of that army. If they lose 40% of their capabilities, be it human capabilities, machines, intelligence, and all the rest, They just serve no purpose anymore. Israelis themselves have admitted that 25% of the capabilities of the Golani have actually been destroyed, and that was about 1 week
Out of there.
ago. Now, things have gotten a lot worse for them since then. So the question is, if you can't win with the Golani, and the Givati is being shattered in Khan Yunis and elsewhere in Gaza, what army is the army that is going to defeat the resistance? The answer is obvious to all of us. Netanyahu insists that we must win this war, but you and what army if your Golani are just being pulled out? Israel is losing the war.
I told y'all from the
There's
beginning.
no question about it.
Family.
But the question is, when will Netanyahu accept that he is losing the war and that the interests of his own people and army, along with their reputation?
Family, this is bad, man. This is bad, man. They beating these boys' tail on the world stage, man. Beating the brakes off of them, man. It's crazy. Also, family, let's keep going here, right? Now, this was just released, and you guys can go on X. It's on X there, right? And the page is called Welfare Analyst, right? They just released the Al-Quds Brigade, which is actually fighting with Hamas. They just took down an Israeli drone, right? The Zionist sky racing drone number 528, right? And this is the actual drone right here that they took right here. Okay, they shot it down out the sky, and they said that they're going to take that drone and they're going to comb through it, and they're going to get whatever the technology is that they use for that. They're taking that. We're taking that. Okay. So, family, this is not looking good for the Israelis, man. Not only are they scared to fight, they got pulled. They elite, their top tier brigade got pulled out of there for rest. Well, not rest, but because they know that they're taking too much bottom. They cut off the head. What they gonna do? This is bad. This is why a lot of these European nations have begun to abandon Israel. And they're letting the United States know this is y'all stuff. Y'all deal with that. We out of it. Y'all figure it out. Y'all either going down with them or not. We telling y'all need to back up out of here. And y'all deal with the problems basically what the UK is saying. And the question we got to ask ourselves is the U.S. going to go down? Because if they do not get off the Titanic, they're going to sink with Benjamin Netanyahu over there in that land. Okay, because they cannot win this war. There's no way they win in this war. And not only now, family, do you see they're actually showing the tag? So they can't lie and say, oh, well, no, this didn't happen, this and that. They have the model numbers, the parts number, the manufacturers, all of that on here. Okay. They ain't playing around with them people, man. Hamas is saying there's no negotiations, peace, none of this stuff until y'all stop this war. What Hamas is saying is that you guys are not going to continue to keep bombing us, and then we just going to have these war talks. Y'all either stopping this war or we riding this thing till the wheel fall off. Okay. So, family, they can't win down here. The reason why they can't win down here is because the people in Gaza is going to protect Hamas. They're not siding with those Europeans because those are the people that's oppressing them. Okay, that's first and foremost. The other thing is that you would have to kill basically the entire, because where the Palestinians going to go? Nobody wants to take them into the nation. The Israelis are not going to take them into their nation. Okay, or into the stuff that they created over there, which is on their way out of there. Okay. All the Arabic nations around us saying we're not taking them. So where are they going to go? And why would they turn their own people in when you guys are oppressing them and taking their stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's just like today, even here in this nation, right? In the United States, you have blacks that they put on these pedestals that are slaves, that are they puppets. But they don't speak for the people, okay? And if you actually got down and talked to the people would be standing with the actual people that would really be protecting the people, not these sellouts, okay? It's the same thing here. What Hamas understands is that there's rules to war. They can go hide down in their tunnels and do whatever the case they may be. The Israelis cannot get to them down in those tunnels, and they're not going into those tunnels. Remember, they talked all this, we're going to flood the tunnels, we're going to do this and that. All of this stuff they're talking about has gone out the window. None of this stuff is going to work. And Hamas responded and said, well, when the people that built these tunnels, they already knew about that. That was already factored in when they built these tunnels, so they can pump as much seawater if they want to. It's not going to affect nothing we got going on. We already ahead of y'all, is what they telling them. Family, this is crazy, man. They beating the brakes off these people and listen, it's being reported that Hamas fame and prestige they saying before October 7th, I think they did a poll, was like 15% or something. Family, it's about 40% the elevation where the people know about Hamas and their popularity is growing all around the world, where people didn't really know, like, who's Hamas? Nobody knew nothing about this stuff. Now the entire world know about them, and they're coming out victorious. Okay. So with that being said, that's what I wanted to kind of come to you guys and talk to you guys about in this update today. The other thing is that, like I said, this morning, Hezbollah has attacked a lot of these towns in North, because what Hezbollah and them has been doing is they've been trying to keep everything military targets, targeting military targets. Israelis want to play dirty. So what they do is when they can't get the military targets, they kill the people. So now Hezbollah is targeting towns in that area now, and they have hit targets and stuff like that. So you better believe that things are continuing to heat up. Hamas is not letting off on these people down here in Gaza. So it's just, family, it's a bloodbath down there. Okay. And now news is reporting that these people are getting pulled out of there. It's going to be interesting to see what the United States is going to do. If I had to bet, the way they're getting beat up down here, they're going to eventually say, listen, man, y'all got to take a humanitarian pause, pull up out of there, let this stuff down into Gaza, whatever the case may be. It's just they're not getting away from Hamas. Hamas is manufacturing their own weapons. So you better know and understand that deep down in Gaza, somewhere in them tunnels, that they got a slew of Palestinians that's down there working around the clock. Hey, man, we need those immediately. And this is why it has stunned them that 60 days in, they're still firing rockets and they can touch Tel Aviv. Okay. The other thing is this, family. When these wars and stuff happen, this is when they test the hardware. So Iran, Hezbollah, and all these people are sitting back and looking and saying, okay, well, these rockets are doing this. This is able to penetrate here. So they just taking notes and saying, okay, we got this, we got that. And we're going to tweak it right here to get done what we need to get done. So, family, it's crazy, man. But this has been the update today. Shout out to James Hardy for the $10, man. Salute. Shout out to Cat Love. Shalom. Yeah, I don't know if you saw my last video, right? But I explained the very last video how the Israelis have come out and pretty much explained how, well, not the Israelis, but the Syrian president Bashar al-Assad has come out and said that they are not real Israelites and they do not trace back to biblical Israelites. Okay, just like we've been telling them. Okay. Matter of fact, what I want to do then, okay, is since James donated, what I want to do is we'll just go ahead. We'll play that clip because I know they're gonna hit my channel, but it's all good though. Okay, and like I said, as y'all support, we'll get down through there. Okay, I'm gonna play this and then we're gonna get up off of here, right? And this was the video that I was telling you guys about. Okay, and I'm gonna pull this up, and we're gonna play that video. And family, this is the Golani Brigade right here. Listen, this is the Golani Brigade right here. Get their tail tore up, family.
אני פה איתך, אנחנו איתך. זה רק הרגל, אחי. תחזיק אותי חזק. פה איתך. יש? יש, דבר אליי. יופי, חי. זה הולך קצת לכאוב הפקט, אתה יודע שזה בשבילך והכל טוב, נכון? יופי. הכל בסדר, הכל בסדר.
And these are IDF soldiers right here, family.
חייבים להעיף אותו מפה, זה שטח השמנה.
אין בעיה, סבבה, בסדר.
לא, אלונקה, הוא יכול ללכת, סטופ. הוא יכול ללכת, יאללה. תעזור לי לקום רגע. רגע, תן לי.
Man, they tearing the boys up over there, family.
הוא צריך 5 תמר, בדיוק. זהו, חטאים תיגע מהיר. וגם לא חטאים חזק.
אמרתי גם לרופא על הרגל.
הכל בסדר.
לרופא אני עד זה תראה.
כרגע לא מפנים בלי ש...
So yeah, family, there you have it, man. That's it right there. They getting their tail toe up over there, man. So that's pretty much it, man. That's gonna be the update for the day, man. Y'all stay safe out there this Friday as we get ready to prepare for Shabbat day. Y'all just stay safe out there, man. Keep an eye on what's going on out here. It's just it ain't looking good, man. So a lot of things are getting ready to change, and like I said, America got to make their mind up. But they're gonna go down with the ship. They ain't got no choice. And I'm gonna talk about that once again, which I kind of already explained to you guys. But they're the landlords. They can't just say, okay, well, no, we ain't going. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna protect you. We the landlords. We own that land. We the ones put y'all over there. Okay, we have to stand beside them because they're essentially the head of the state. So y'all stay safe. I'm signing off here on Israelite Talk TV. Shalom.